That's the thing. I don't want to give you the historical perspective.
I want to know, can you summarize it in like 2 seconds?
In other words, I'm a prince from a place where you don't really grow old. That's why in our place, when you go to the village, it's as if you're singing song when you have pleasantries in the morning. You have something like, oh, hee, hee, oh, hee, hee, oh, hee, hee. It's a beautiful place. As a king from, I won't want to tell you where it's from before, because for security reasons.
I don't it's from Osun State, but
just hang on. I don't want to be mauled out there by people that don't know my ancestors or think that they've suddenly met the prince. I am, yes, I'm a prince.
The princes that are reigning now are the princes from Fushegua house in Ijebu-Ode.
We are looking for trouble. We have got to court. Now we are stop it to.
Those are the princes we know.
Please, I just want to tell you, do not Ganusi. I'm just telling you.
Why would you Ganusi?
I'm just telling you.
Ganusi is involved.
Ganusi is involved. Okay, that's the thing. But I think it also speaks to the need for us to document our history.
Yeah.
We need to properly lay it, spell it out, because the absence of that is what you get with, don't you know that I'm from the royal family? Don't you know that I'm from... I think I need to talk to because my grandfather is still alive. We need to talk about even the validity of my princehood. Yes.
Do you know when I was much younger, I used to think because my name is Adebimpe, my sister Adepeju, Adeshola, Adeyinka.
You are from the royal family.
I thought we were princesses.
Yeah.
But from where? Which princess?
I think yours is scattered. Lagos, Ogun, Ibadan. You are from...
Lagos, Ogun, Oyo. I'm from 3 states. I'm from 3 places. Yeah, 3 states. Yeah.
Such a confusing state of being. Anyway.
And I've added one more.
Which is?
River State.
Oh, that was where you grew up.
Yeah, that was where I was born.
How come you don't know anything about Rivers politics?
My daughter has a Port Harcourt name.
And the confusion that has trailed everything in River State. Honestly, I don't understand how the people of that state have been coping.
What have they enjoyed in the last 2.5 years?
Confusion as to... I don't know. See, I am a little bit confused. I have a serious challenge with the leaders, thought leaders, political actors, plus the people of River State. I think they enjoy the melee that has trailed, or the confusion that has trailed the state in the past 2.5 years. And there's one person I'll blame. I'm sure so many people will come for me this morning, but I don't really care.
I saw something again. I saw something yesterday, late last night, that the governor is allegedly thinking of defecting to the ADC.
Whatever he wants to do, let him do. It is right to jump ship after 2 months. Anyway,
but he just jumped ship now.
That's what I'm saying. It is also his right. It's freedom of association. It's enshrined in the Constitution, and it gives him that right to do. However, what I'm saying is the whole challenge, the whole problem in Rivers politics can be thrown at the doorstep of one person, and that is Governor Siminalayi Fubara. Because everything ends and stops on your table as far as governance is concerned. Whether the people support you, whether you have a problem with your godfather, whether you don't see eye to eye with your State House of Assembly, I think you have the onus is on you to feel the pulse of the people and act accordingly. I'm sure the pulse of the people in River State is not this back and forth and the brigandage that has failed everything in River State.
But Joshua, I remember that this particular governor was suspended for about 6 months.
He didn't learn anything from there.
And I don't know.
The last thing I thought after he came back was to mend fences with his, at least play along for
and govern his state. Yes.
What those people were asking for, it may look a little bit tacky or tricky for him, especially when they said, look, send the nominations of your political appointees, send the new budget back, let us ratify it. I don't think it's too much. If there's any lapses,
that is why you're there. That is your responsibility.
You're still the executive. You hold the knife, actually, to cut the yam. If they approve something, they don't follow through, but just follow through is the face value. But I don't know what is happening in Rivers State. All of them just enjoy this political...
they're enjoying the chaos going on. Some people are enjoying it. Some people thrive in chaos.
I don't blame him. There's a water that all of them in Rivers State that they drink from. Yes.
And
is to betray your predecessor.
Yes.
Amechi and Odili.
Yes.
Don't forget. Odili and Wike.
It was Amechi, Wike, Odili, under Odili. Yes. Then Amechi, Odili first.
Yes. Then Wike, Amechi. Now you have Fubara. So I'm enjoying the whole process since 1999, but they have a way of sorting themselves out.
They always sort themselves.
We will soon know, because come to think of it, so Fubara has spent how many years now? 6 months, about 2 years plus.
About 2.5 years.
Then half of it, about 6 months, gone with military administration.
Next year is the only...
Sole administration, not military.
Next year. This year is the only full year he has as a governor.
So what have you heard from Rivers State? I heard some people saying he's delivering dividends of democracy.
Where, how, when?
I'm saying where, how. Well, we are not talking Rivers this morning. There's Lagos. There was this particular accident that happened on the $10 bridge.
Yes.
I'm sure. Are you aware of it?
Yes. That's why Joy is not here. She's stuck in traffic. And you know, she doesn't live in Lagos. So she comes in every day from Ogun State.
So according to reports straight from last mile operators, a tragic road traffic catastrophe involving multiple articulated vehicles occurred earlier this morning at Otedola Bridge, Inward Secretariat, along Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, temporarily crippling vehicular movement and prompting an urgent, well-coordinated multi-agency emergency. I love Mr. Taufik. Mr. Taufik is the spokesman for LASMA. He has a way with words, very, very, very big words. Operatives of LASMA, oh, there you go. Those are the pictures from there. Operatives of Lagos LASMA rescue team, while on routine nocturnal surveillance and incident monitoring, responded with commendable alacrity. The trapped victim... Did
you get that from...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I said he has ways with words. It's very, very interesting. But alacrity is well understood. The trapped victim was professionally extricated and immediately transferred to personnel of the Lagos State Ambulance Service, who conveyed him to the General Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. The driver of the second trailer was rescued alive and remarkably escaped unhurt. In a related development, another traffic incident was recorded approximately 50 meters from the primary crash site, where a separate trailer fully loaded with flour lost stability and overturned, further aggravating traffic congestion along the already compromised corridor. So, in other words, according to Special Advisor to Lagos State Governor on Transportation, Sholagiwa described the crashes as deeply regrettable and largely preventable, attributing them to impatience, indiscipline, and the refusal of drivers to yield appropriately on the expressway. He stressed the strict compliance with traffic regulations and observance of mutual courtesy among motorists remain indispensable in averting such needless loss of lives. I can understand why Nigerians are very spiritual, because honestly, if you are going on Lagos Road, if you see the way articulated vehicle drivers will be warning we minnows on the road, you know that, this is your life we are playing kalu with. As I cover transport, I don't want to speak much more, but I know Lagos State government is doing in getting funding for better, good articulated vehicle for drivers so that they can get that, as well as VIO ramping up inspection of vehicles. But I think we need to have drivers that are sane. Oftentimes, I think it goes beyond maybe they are taking substance, they're abusing substance, drugs and all that. I also believe that every time they're in that cockpit, they feel like mini gods, and they want to act as such because they are driving articulated vehicle. they are reckless most times.
Yeah.
Really, really reckless.
At least this is not attributed to that name that we all know that has the most articulated vehicles on our roads. This axis is prone to accidents, and I'm just thinking the number of businesses, you know, that will be affected, you know, with this traffic. Now we don't have Joy here, and I can, you know, imagine other organizations that are now suffering because of this. 2 accidents occurring almost at the same time.
On the same corridor.
In the same
I can just
corridor.
imagine if you are going to work or you have an appointment, even here at Secretariat today, that is. Joy, now we need to link up via online platforms to get him to participate.
To get her to participate.
Get her.
Get her to participate.
Sorry. Okay, let's go to other stories we're tracking at this moment from our NewsPoint. Tinubu deploys ambassadors to US, UK, 2 other countries. From the statement we're receiving this morning, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has approved the posting of 3 ambassadors designate out of 68 confirmed by the Senate last December. President Tinubu confirmed the posting of Ambassador Ayodele Oke as ambassador designate to France and Colonel Latif as the ambassador designate to the United States of America. Also confirmed by the president is the posting of Ambassador Amin Al-Hatu, former ambassador to South Korea, as the High Commissioner designate to the United Kingdom. In a memo to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, President Tinubu urged the ministry to notify the government of the 3 countries about the ambassadors designate in accordance with diplomatic procedures. This statement is coming from the Special Advisor to the President on Information Strategy, Mr. Bayo Ononuga. Well, I think this is long overdue. We're still looking forward to, considering that even the United States, we need lots and lots of diplomacy at the moment. Nigeria's image. Oh, don't forget the scandal too of the $9 million for PR that is still out there. I am sure we won't have to spend that much in trying to paint our image if we have ambassadors in these countries. And I'm sure this government is this administration is going to get the flack, a lot of it, for actually putting 90 million. Opposition parties are really hammering on this. But on the second thought, I think we don't really need much of lobbying or PR. We just need to do the right thing and we'll be fine, because it will speak for us. And if we're going to do any kind of PR or lobbying, as the case may be, it will be very minimal. It won't be this expensive. I'm happy that those 3 countries are one of our they are key international partners: United States, France, and United Kingdom. You know, the president has frequented France more than anywhere. I'm sure the next place will be UAE. Anyway, it's all good. It's good to have.
I have a bit of more information about 2 of this ambassador designate. That's Ambassador Ayodele Oke. He was a former Director General of the National Intelligence Agency, NIA, and he holds a degree from Emory University in Atlanta. He has significant diplomatic experience, having previously represented Nigeria as ambassador to the Secretariat of the Commonwealth of Nations in London, while Colonel Latif Kayode Are, retired ambassador designate to the United States. He led the State Security Service from 1999 to 2007 and served briefly as National Security Advisor in 2010. He also has extensive career in the Directorate of Military Intelligence.
Do you now understand? I don't want to go into it. Oftentimes when you have State Department, they play 2 roles. It's like your CIA and all that. So you have very intelligent people, not necessarily brilliant, but they are brilliant, but more of intelligence people. They understand the workings of government security and all that. So let's see how this goes. Let's see how this pans out. We're looking forward to how this. It's going to affect us moving forward, our relationship with United States, France, and
the United Kingdom. Okay, I'll take my story. Lagos Assembly urges Sanwo-Olu to order by-elections for deceased councillors. The Lagos State House of Assembly has called on Babajide Sanwo-Olu to direct the Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission to conduct by-elections to fill vacant councillorship seats in Ibejuleki, Mushin, and Shomolu local government areas. The issue was raised on Thursday during plenary under a personal explanation by Honorable Akinsona Nureni, representing Mushin 1, who noted that the deaths of 3 councillors had left their wards without representation. Nureni appealed to the House to intervene by urging NASEC to organize fresh elections, warning that the continued vacancies deny affected communities adequate legislative representation. Supporting the motion, Honorable Esho Kazim of Mushin constituency 2 confirmed that a councillor in his area had died and that no replacement election had been conducted, adding to calls for immediate action. Honorable Kende Joseph further urged the Assembly to formally write to the Governor to mandate LASIEG to commence the electoral process. In his ruling, Speaker Mudashiru Obasa directed lawmakers to observe a minute of silence for the late councillors and the late Oba of Badagry. He also instructed the Clerk of the House, Onofeko Olalekon, to transmit the Assembly's resolution to the Governor. Yeah. When the news broke then, one after the other, that 3 female, they were all female councillors that died just after they were sworn in as councillors of their wards in their various local governments, that is Mushin, Ibejuleki and Shomolu. And till now, those wards have not had any representation. That means the dividends of democracy down to the grassroots have not touched them. Yeah, it's good. It's a good initiative by the honorable members to recognize these young women.
Yes, I think the elections, that we can't deprive the people of counsel, of those areas, those words. We can't deny them adequate representation in the state legislature, and that is very, very important that the government is reminded to be keen on conducting by-elections into this. But I'm sure the governor will do that. It can't cost us that. It can't cost Lagos that much to do. Perhaps the logistics of it and all. Well, thank you, House of Assembly, for doing your job. Thank you. Okay. Well, that's what they're there for, to remind the governor when perhaps the governor is busy with other state affairs activity. Anyway, moving on to our final news point this morning. Kaduna abduction, US raises fresh concerns, tax federal government on stronger action. The United States has called on the Nigerian government to intensify efforts to safeguard Christian communities following the abduction of 177 worshippers in Kaduna State. This incident has renewed concerns over religion-motivated violence in the country. The abduction, which occurred on January 18, was initially denied by the Kaduna State government and the Nigerian police force on Monday. However, the police later confirmed on Wednesday that the worshippers were indeed kidnapped. Sources said, and this is the interesting part for me when I was reading this, sources said the abductors are demanding the return of 17 motorcycles valued at 28.9 million, allegedly seized during recent military operations, as a condition for releasing the victims. Okay, I'll talk on that later. Now, the call by the U.S. was made during a high-level United States-Nigeria working group meeting in Abuja yesterday, where the U.S. Under-Secretary for Political Affairs, Alison Hooker, said recent incidents showed that Nigeria must do more to guarantee the safety of Nigerian Christians and their right to freely practice their faith. While acknowledging progress recorded in recent months, Hooker warned that persistent attacks on religious communities undermine security gains and public confidence. That's about it. Okay. U.S. waiting. According to government, we are intensifying military operations in affected areas. The National Security Advisor, Malam Nunba, acknowledged the scale of security challenge and said the federal government is intensifying military and law enforcement operations in affected areas. He stressed that violence framed along religious line is unacceptable and will be treated as an attack on the Nigerian state. Okay, that's a strong word coming from the National Security Advisor. Anyway, the bottom line is 177 Christian worshippers were kidnapped. Oftentimes, even for commentators like us or broadcasters like us, we try to shy away from the reality. But the reality is, in the mosque on the eve of Christmas, worshippers were killed. In churches, even before people were attacked. In Kaduna, you remember the government denied it. Later, the governor has gone there, though.
Even the Nigerian police denied it.
So denied it,
yeah.
So suddenly. So I don't know where the newspaper got from their sources. They're demanding the...
Please, let's talk about that motorcycle.
Yes, that's part one that got me worried. That sources said because the 28th of their Okada motorcycle was seized, 17 motorcycles valued at 28.9 million naira, allegedly seized during recent military operations.
So that was why
as
they went
a condition
to abduct
for releasing
worshippers.
177 human beings, fathers, mothers, brothers, sisters. I don't know the correlation or the nexus between motorcycle and human lives. So because even the rationale of this write-up is, especially but you can, in some of these instances, you don't take it for granted because this is really, really happening.
Yeah, this is.
I mean,
the
you don't want to
reality.
imagine the excuse for shooting somebody, for killing somebody, even between. You wonder even domestic affairs. Why? Because they didn't put the pot on fire on time, or because of water dropped. So you killed your neighbor. So we've had so many stupid excuses. So in this instance, it's motorcycle
To
for
human
100
lives.
while they were worshiping in church. So you decide to disrupt their lives, give them nightmares. Some of them will have disorders for the rest of their lives because the nightmare can be very horrendous or horrific. Okay, that's about it. Oh, for trending stories, I think it's still the fight between Wizkid and Fela. I don't know why we are talking about it. I don't understand. I don't want to meddle in this affair. But one thing I can tell you is Fela is this, Wizkid is that. Fela is a legend. Wizkid is upcoming. He's still alive. He's 35 years old. He's still selling this thing. He still needs to win more Grammy. So maybe when he's late too, we talk about how big he is. But we are giving him his flowers. He's got billions of streams. But Fela is a legend. Wizkid hasn't done what Fela's done. I'm not backing anybody. I'm just saying Fela is Fela. That's why it's called Abamieda. And Wizkid is a kid. And we are looking forward to him becoming a man later in life. Having said that, we'll take a very short... No comment? So, Machala, we love you.
There has been this back and forth between...
I don't know why we are doing back and forth.
Yes, we have to talk about it because even Auntie Yeni Kuti spoke about it on her show yesterday. And, you know, she's directly involved. She's Sheun's sister and she's Fela's daughter. And I asked her yesterday that, what's your take on in all of this? She said, look, there's nothing wrong with two adults, you know, having a disagreement. But they should leave it as that. They should not insult and now bring down or put down a legend who has nothing to do with your argument. Now it has escalated towards them insulting their wives, their children. It's childish.
And that's why you have all these fans club now. That's what you get.
FC.
Oh, sorry, it might be no FC. All these FC. I'm sure Fela doesn't have FC. He just had a lot of passionate.
He has his own FC, but they are not called FC.
You know, see, let me tell you. I don't do this social media thing because, well, honestly, so many people do not have job, and that is why we are we're calling on the federal government, please. We need to work on the unemployment rate in the country, because
I thought you wanted to regulate the social media space.
No. Let's leave the social media.
They will come for you.
No, honestly, let them. No, if I say regulate the social media, they will come for me. You know that.
That's what
so what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying, please, federal government, sorry, let us find work for these our people. Because honestly, when you see the people that actually comment on social media, you'll be shocked. You know that you need to help them, because Whiskey does not know them. They are only fighting what does not belong to them. They will go online and Google some facts they have no knowledge about. But for those of us that know Fela, I know, and he say, Fela is.
All I know is that they've disrespected Fela too much.
No, they can't. They can only do all this mudslinging. But
Fela is Fela. They don't even know who he is. They don't even know what he
stood for.
Is he stood for? What he's standing for? What he stands for?
They can't compare.
Because they're even recognizing. You know they're recognizing him. They're recognizing Fela
at the Grammy.
At the Grammys.
Yes, so let's just leave it. So, Whiskey, your time is coming. You are still a kid. Just hang on.
Stay as such.
Say, oh no, he's Baba, but he has done well for himself. But I think we don't need all this. We don't. We'll take a very short break. When we come back, we'll be looking at the beauty in the language of poetry. I used to love poetry. I think I still do some with my kids because they like it. They love the rhythm and the rhymes that come with it. Anyway, we'll take a short break. When we come back, that's our conversation.